How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast back with some more of Reaper's Creek. Gosh. Okay. This is chapter 12. And it's just 4 pages long. I think we can do this. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking like almost every single chapter has been just 4 pages. Okay. Really short book. Let's see, hold on. If each chapter, there's 19 chapters. Before we get started, there's, and I'm looking at it on my phone. Because I wanna look at this for a second. Because what was it, like $10 for this book? If there's 19 chapters, and let's say as an estimate, 4 pages per chapter, that's 76. Why the fuck is it $10 freaking dollars? That's too expensive for a book like this. This is kind of like a short story. Fuck. All right. I'm done ranting. Let's continue. All right. Okay. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want this dream, or want the dreams. I don't want this creature following me around wherever I go. I'm not an idiot. It played all its cards on the table when it approached me last week. Every day at school since there has been torture for me, I would see it looking at me nonstop at lunch, watching me at recess, but why? Why? Because of the metal roof on the school, laying here in bed, thinking about all this, worried it might take me in my sleep again, simply because my roof is mostly just tar and wood. But if it can't see me when I'm under metal, if it can't take me, jumping up, I walked nervously into the kitchen. I grabbed a pot and a long strand of aluminum foil. I walked back to my bed with the pot and the foil, climbing up my ladder cautiously so I did not drop either. Now I'm safe. The pot on my head, the foil wrapped around my entire body. They can't take me, right? Drifting out to sleep was difficult. Every move I made was a crunch or a crinkle sound attempting to wake me, but I was safe. I hoped it was. Suddenly everything felt warm. Tall grass surrounded me. A woman stood across from me in the field. From the back, she looked like my teacher. She turned around. No, she was beautiful. She had beautiful breasts. Her brunette hair flowed. And this is an 11-year-old. I don't think any 11-year-old would be thinking about this shit. What the fuck? Dude, you're all about sex. We get it. Anit-Onision, we get it. Okay. As I freaking kick a bag. Brunette flowed over her naked chest. She was calling my name. Daniel, I want you to be with me, naked woman said as she began to approach me in the grass. Smiling uncomfortably, I replied, "Who are you?" Immediately, the woman reached down, began touching herself as she continued to walk across the field towards me. Seriously? By the way, I'm sorry, but you have fucking minors that... Are you fucking... Oh my gosh. You know, now I think about it, what did I expect? You shared porn on your fucking Patreon thinking nobody would catch you doing that shit, you creepy fucker. Alright. Be with me, Daniel, she said again. The warm breeze flowed. And that's one of his original names, too. You creepy fucker. A warm breeze flowed through my hair. The sunlight in the background gleamed off her perfectly toned skin. She now stood in front of me, reached her hand out as I only stared at her crotch. Oh my gosh. What or who I was even looking at. Gently she put her hand under my chin and brought my eyes to her. Love me, Daniel. Kiss me, she said, leaning forward. Our lips connected as her hands began running up and down my body. Daniel, she said. Daniel, she screamed. Daniel, come out here now, she screamed louder as her face turned gray and her eyes turned black. Jumping out of my rest with the pot spinning around my head from the momentum. I heard it in real life. Daniel, I sacrificed everything for you. Stop making this difficult, a voice screamed. Keeping the aluminum foil around my body and the pot on my head, I slid over the wall and began to look out my window. It was the gray, the alien, and the special ed boy's body. His eyes kept blinking from human to black. He was staring right back at me through the tiny square wooden framed bedroom window. Take the pot off your head, Daniel, screamed the alien again. A drop of sweat slid down the side of my face. The aluminum foil isolated my body heat, and my nerves combined began to trigger claustrophobia. I had no idea how to react. You need to take the pot off your head. I'm trying to help you. It'll stop me, but I won't stop them. Or it won't stop them. Still having no idea what to do, I reacted in an instant and ripped off a piece of aluminum foil, jamming it in the edges behind my window frame till I could no longer see the alien. I heard my papa scream to the outside through my sister's window. Hey freak, get off my property or I'm calling the cops. Immediately the deafening silence consumed my ears. A silent rumble began to shake my bed. I looked up and before my eyes the wooden ceiling began to warp. It was bending outward, groaning under the strength of whatever was pulling it upward. Screaming in terror, I slammed my hands over my ears as an unnatural, deep and bone-shattering sound vibrated through my room. With little resistance, a massive section of my roof was ripped off. I kept my eyes open. My screams of terror turned into screams of rage. Despite my entire body being consumed with rage, I was unsympathetically torn from my bed, the pot falling off my head and the aluminum foil now dangling to my side briefly till it began twisting, eventually falling off me, slowly drifting to the floor of my house. I screamed angrily again, but felt so powerless. The invisible beam was pulling me, forcing away from the world I knew. To my left, I saw a spark bounce To my left, I saw a spark bounce. I'm assuming of or off. So that's 2 F's, by the way, dipshit. Bounce off the large coal texture ship. Another. Are you fucking. That's 2 in like another spark. Oh my gosh. another. That's, I don't think it's spelled Anther. Hold on. Another Another. I couldn't hear anything but the beaming deep voice of whatever was pulling me in, but I could look down, and there was my papa. He had his rifle and was shooting at the ship. My mouth was moving. He was crying. I couldn't tell what he was saying, but as his tears fell and he raised his gun again to fire once more, my vision went black. I was gone. The ship was gone. We were all lost to the world again. As I woke, I could see my right arm missing. I was standing vertically, but not under my own power. I was in a dark room and with seemingly no walls. Black tubes were packed into the stump where my arm used to be. I felt fine. I felt at peace. One of the tubes, no doubt, was drugging me to feel this way. There were 3 aliens now. One of them was seemingly trying to remove something from my arm, which was hovering in the air near them. Hours passed, and they performed numerous procedures on me. Most of them seemed to be extractions, as if they were trying to undo what someone else had done to me. The tubes were removed from my body, but I didn't bleed. Wasn't sure why the aliens reattached my limbs. Then I was gone again, lost in lack of consciousness, lost in the dark abyss. I woke up to see a bird looking down at me. The blue sky was beaming through the hole in my ceiling. The bird tilted its head at me, then flew away. I was in my bed, but the damage that had been done the night prior was all still there. I could hear my mom crying in the other room. I could hear the chatter of other women and men in my home. Suddenly I climbed down the ladder. My arm hurt a little, but so did the rest of my body. My front room had 3 police officers in it, as well as my sister, mom, and papa. I stood there for a moment, rubbing my eyes as they all continued to talk to one another. Joanna screamed, "Daniel!" I immediately ran over to me. My mom let out a painful gasp and ran over to me as well. Before I knew it, everyone was hugging me at once. It was nice to know I would be missed if I ever left for good. One of the officers spoke up. "Ma'am, you all said your eyes exploded out of your heads the other day. We show up, your eyes are fine. You say your kid is taken by aliens another day. Your kid is right here. Can you explain?" My papa stopped hugging me and turned to the officer. He said, "Listen, we'll handle this. I'm sorry for any inconvenience." The officer replied, "We're probably going to have child services pay you a visit. This seems like an unstable home, both mentally with the mom thing and physically with whatever you did to the roof." My mom hugged me harder when she heard the officer say that. My papa said, "Thank you for your help on this, officer. Sorry we called." Right after the police left, my papa said, "Well, you called the cops to protect your kid, and they threatened to take your kid. I think we all knew if something came up in the future, the cops won't be involved." Week passed since the incident. I was in the bathroom at school using a urinal. A voice I never wanted to hear again resonated from my ears. "I need to give you back what they took. I'm not done with you." I felt a pinch in the back of my neck. My head smacked against the yellow tile. I was gone. This fucking book is so terrible. Alright, that's the end of this chapter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.